Hi, Kevin Retro here, owner of First Meridian Mortgage. In today's video, I want to highlight Pope Leo XIV's childhood home in Dolton, Illinois. It's making the headlines. This modest three-bedroom home was originally listed for $199,900, was swiftly removed from the market after Pope Leo XIV, formerly Cardinal Robert Privos, was elected as the first American-born pontiff. The property now is up for auction with a reserve price of $250,000. Meanwhile, the local authorities are they've extended out that auction, trying to give the local community the time to buy the property with the potential Chicago Archdiocese trying to make this a national landmark. I personally hope that they do. The current owner purchased the house for $66,000 back in 2024. The thing about it is the house itself was fully renovated. So in my opinion, I would have liked to have seen it prior to that, but nevertheless, I feel that it should become a historic landmark. So this modest home right here was our Pope Leo XIV's childhood historic home. That is pretty cool. Let's turn to the markets. Sellers are getting tired of cutting their home prices. That's right. Homes are being pulled off the market because sellers do not want to keep cutting their prices. The housing market is shifting in several regions. Sellers are growing weary of slashing their prices to attract buyers. Instead, many are pulling the homes off the market entirely, deciding to continue to live there and or turn the homes into rentals. The number of homes for sale with price cuts has increased for the last 5 months. Housing inventories are near pre-pandemic levels, with over 1 million homes, the highest level since the winter of 2019. The typical home spent 38 days on the market in May, 6 days longer than last year. Agents report a disconnect between sellers' expectations and buyers' realities. Many sellers still hope for top dollar, while buyers no longer are willing to overpay or get into bidding wars, especially for homes that have lingered on the market for longer than 30 days. As a result, experts predict that the summer and fall could be the most buyer-friendly months in the last 3 years, with more inventory and greater negotiating power. Currently, let's turn to local data on the markets. In Northern Virginia, the housing market continues to show resilience, and activity has moved through the summer of 2025. In June, there were 2,002 homes were listed, with a combined listing volume of 1.53 billion. The median list price, $665,000. The median sold price, $660,000, indicating that the market remains competitive, close to asking price, but slightly below. Inventory levels remain healthy, 3,005 homes available at the end of June, which is essentially a 2-month supply. Still favors the sellers, but is offering buyers more choices compared to last year, with the average day on the market was 18 last year versus 38 now, which strong demand is still there. Comparing last year's inventory, it's increased from 2,089 to 2,945 this year. So almost 900 additional homes on the market, almost a 30% increase in inventory. So that is helping out buyers. However, listings with new contracts are down compared to last year, signaling a possible cooling and normalization of the market. Overall, the Northern Virginia market remains robust, prices holding steady, inventory building, and providing opportunities to buyers. 2 recent transactions of mine. One, I have a seller selling a home $75,000 below what she paid for the price for the house 2 years ago. was a condo in California. And on a local level, I have a young gentleman getting a house 20K below assessed value. Nothing wrong with it. And a 6K seller credit. So definitely here's two examples just in the last 2 days of clients selling below what they paid for it or below what the previous seller paid for it just 2 years ago. So definitely some softening. Last but not least, one of my favorite topics, top originators in the country. The July edition, they notate the top veteran loan officers across the country. Happy to report that I was in the top 100 in the nation that was a veteran and also a loan officer. I'm also a veteran owner that's been in business for over 28 years. If you break this down into in Virginia, as in the area that I work, essentially I was fourth in the state that is a veteran. I was second that is a mortgage broker. Mortgage broker, in my opinion, is extremely harder than if you work at a bank. In many cases, you're just getting bank leads. Broker tends to earn and fight and build the business that he has. I also am licensed with over 30 different investors, so I have to know all of those to hopefully get you a better price. Also, in that 30 years of being in business as a veteran-owned business, I have never missed a closing date in my career. I'll put that record against anyone in the nation. In closing, let's make the Pope's childhood home a national landmark for all of the United States. My name is Kevin Retcher, owner of First Meridian Mortgage. Did you know that 92% of all the viewers of my videos have not shared or subscribed? If you do me a favor, hit that button. You'll get a notification when a new video comes out. It'll help me grow the channel. My name is Kevin Retcher, owner of First Meridian Mortgage. Been in business for over 28 years. I'm a veteran-owned business. I've never missed a closing date in my life. I call it an implicit guarantee that will get you home. 703-799-5626. I look forward to serving.